This is the Overdue Homework Podcast.
Welcome to the show. That's Trav. I'm Drew.
And I'm Trav.
This is the Overdue Homework Podcast, and as always, we are here to give you our opinions on 80s and 90s media. Do not forget to contact us at podcast@overduehomework.com. Trav, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Drew.
Good.
I found out a random tidbit of podcast info that I can't remember if we said on our episodes, but in a Goofy movie, Dean Portman is the singing voice of Max.
Dean Portman.
As in the Bash Brothers, Dean Portman, number 21 from the Mighty Ducks.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like not Felton, but
Yeah.
the new one in
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks 2. He is the singing voice of
Man,
Max.
dude's got, he's the triple threat.
Yeah. It was portrayed in the post that he did the standout or whatever, but that's Powerline, which Max is only lip syncing.
Uh-huh.
But apparently he is the singing voice in the beginning of the movie of Max. Would you have ever guessed that?
No.
Yeah.
No. So he's good at singing, he's good at acting, and he's good at hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing. I love that little tidbit, Trav. That's amazing.
But how are you doing, Drew?
Doing really good. Glad to be back. Doing that podcast thing, you know, it's what I live for. Podcast.
Yeah.
It's what I live for. Podcast. That's what I live for. That is absolutely what I live for. All right, Trav. So in production of this podcast, I used a couple of articles, one from yardbarker.com, and we've used that as a resource in the past. That article was by Chris Morgan, and a little bit of an article, website out of left field here. Halloween all year, a Halloween year-round.wordpress.com.
You've all heard of it.
Yeah, it's a popular website.
Yeah.
All the kids go to that on the interwebs. And that's by Dave Paramadiraminocano. How would you say that name? I can't even say it.
Pierre Domenico.
There we go. Pierre Domenico. Thanks, Dave. I murdered your name. And, of course, our homework review for this episode is The Lost World Jurassic Park, or JP2 from 1997.
Yeah.
It was directed by Steven Spielberg, and Spielberg almost did not return to direct this one. He was signed on as a producer for The Lost World, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to direct. He was in the process of creating his own movie studio, DreamWorks.
Right.
Yeah, DreamWorks. That's a pretty big deal. And didn't know if he wanted to do it. Eventually, he decided to do it because he kind of felt like this was going to be his last chance to direct a Jurassic Park movie.
Makes sense.
Screenplay by David Koepp, based on The Lost World by Michael Crichton, produced by Gerald R. Molin and Colin Wilson, starring Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm, Julianne Moore as Dr. Sarah Harding, Pete Postlethwaite as Roland Tembo, Arliss Howard as Peter Ludlow, Richard Attenborough as Dr. John Hammond, Vince Vaughn as Nick Van Owen, Vanessa Lee Chester as Kelly Curtis. It was released May 19th, 1997 in Los Angeles, and then May 23rd, 1997 in the rest of the country. Had a budget of $73 to $75 million. Nobody really knows. Had a box office of $618.6 million in 1997. And if you had to take a guess, I know you're reading it. How much is that in 2025, Trav?
I don't know, somewhere around maybe 1.2 billion.
What? So it goes without saying that The Lost World was a box office smash, correct? That's a box office smash.
Yeah.
Yes. On its release, The Lost World broke several records that included single-day box office, the highest-grossing Memorial Day weekend, and the fastest film to $100 million. It was the second highest-grossing movie of 1997, though, because of Titanic.
Okay.
I get it.
Sure.
We went and saw Titanic as a school group when I was in
Really?
7th grade. There's boobs in that movie.
Nice.
I mean, have you ever seen Titanic?
I have not.
What?
I have not.
Take home my double VHS back there and watch it, please. It's good. I think it's worth watching.
I definitely, I love Leo, so
Yeah.
I know I'll like it. I just have never sat through the double VHS as a kid.
Do it. But get this. Oh, no, continue, please.
I was going to say, did you go see Lost World when it was in theaters?
No, I did not see that until it was on TV.
Okay.
I did not see it until
I
it was
saw
on
that
TV.
because I was too young to see the first one.
Right.
But I saw this one. I was 8.
My parents are probably like, "You're too young to see this one."
Nah.
I was in 7th grade, so I was like 13.
Yeah.
Like the perfect audience for this.
Right.
I did see it eventually on TV. Then I obviously watched it on VHS.
Of course.
VHS.
Boom.
Yeah. I think that was a Christmas present, Trav. I'm pretty sure that was a Christmas present.
Nice.
Get this, though. Critics did not really enjoy the movie, and I can kind of see why. Jurassic Park wasn't just a hit with moviegoers. Critics also enjoyed it. The Lost World was less well received. It had a 53% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Roger Ebert, who gave Jurassic Park 3 stars, only gave this movie 2 stars. In fact, The Lost World received 3 Razzie nominations compared to only 1 from the Oscars and the TV Movie Awards. So I guess the critics were like, man, not very good anymore.
Yep.
I can kind of get it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Trav, how do you feel about getting over to that breakdown?
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Good. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So our movie opens up with an island view, but the music is ominous, so we know there's something going on.
Yep.
It wasn't happy music at all. There's some rich ass family having lunch on the beach. Champagne, silver dinnerware, ooh la la. They're pretty loaded. Although their boat looked like a piece of shit.
Yeah, it did.
It really did.
And it definitely looked like he was sitting in front of a green screen.
Definitely.
The waves are going up like 20 feet behind him. No one's panicking. It's like, yeah, because it's a green screen.
So on this beach, it's this family with all their servants and all of that stuff. And this little girl. And, of course, she's told, hey, don't wander off.
Yeah.
We got a story to tell, so do wander off.
So
please
do.
Please. So she wanders off.
Uh-oh.
She runs across some compies. I was going to say I really thought I'm almost watching this movie with fresh eyes because it has been such a long time since I've seen it.
It has. Same for me.
And I'm like, I knew a dinosaur was going to come out of the bushes, but that thing was rattling and shaking like it was going to be a velociraptor.
Right,
you know?
right.
Just a
Come
bunch of
on.
compies. Just a bunch of Compsognathus compies. I'll call them compies.
Campies.
She thinks that there's some kind of a bird.
Sure.
No, that's a dinosaur, you dumb kid.
You dumbass kid.
Quickly, the little girl gets overrun by those dinos. The whole crew goes to save her from the dinos, and the mom screams about it.
Sure.
And we flash over to our buddy, Dr. Ian Malcolm. I did like the transition from the mom screaming to him yawning on the subway.
Yeah.
Like, some good Steven Spielberg stuff going on. You're like,
so far, so good.
You see these things in movies, and you're like, that's a Spielberg move. Oh, that's a Spielberg move. You if you've watched enough Spielberg, it's just like, oh, yeah. Of course he did that. Of course he did that. So he's getting on the train, and he's immediately recognized by some guy. And this guy is a douche.
You're him, right?
Excuse me?
The scientist, the guy. I saw you on TV. I believe you. Then he roars at Ian.
Rawr. So we are to believe that the media played the whole first movie off as a hoax or conspiracy?
I guess.
I mean, honestly, that's what they're getting at there.
Yeah.
Like, and then we find out a little bit later that everybody signed like non-disclosure agreements to talk about it. There's dinosaurs back on Earth.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's just these crackpot people that are like, there's dinosaurs back. No, there's no dinosaurs.
There's no way that secret stays safe.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
That's a big stretch.
Anyways, Ian is going to visit his old buddy, John Hammond. He was summoned, as Ian says.
Yeah.
I was summoned. And then we get to see the kids from the first movie, Tim and Lex.
That gets you all pumped up, hits you in the nostalgic feels,
it
and
does.
then that's it.
Hey, remember, she's a hacker.
She's a hacker. She is one hell of a hacker.
And that's enough of them.
And that's enough of them. Later.
They don't even know why Ian's there.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know why you're here. We're just some dumb kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although Lex looks really became quite womanly in between the first and second movie. I'm like, dang, Lex, you are like a full-on lady now.
Yeah.
We meet Peter, Hammond's nephew, Peter Ludlow. Peter Ludlow.
Yep.
Hammond's nephew, he's in charge now, and he's our villain.
Yes, he is.
He has a whole new plan to exploit the dinosaurs, and he sucks.
He does.
Ian, and he's an alcoholic. They kind of like reference it a little bit. It's never really overt. He's kind of wandering around drunk at some points in the movie, but
Right.
whatever. He's an alcoholic as well. Poor guy. Ian and Hammond, they have a discussion. And we find out that there's a Site B. And Ian's like, a Site B? I mean, what that?
A Site B.
A Site B. It was a breeding ground of sorts. And the dinos were moved from there to the main island when they matured. The site was destroyed by the hurricane from the first movie. That would make sense.
Okay.
And the dinos have now grown and flourished in their independence. So what about being lysine deficient?
Right.
What about that, huh? Doesn't matter. Life found a way, as Dr. Ian Malcolm eloquently put it in the first movie. John is sending a team to document those dinos. And he wants Ian.
But Ian doesn't want.
No, Ian doesn't. And he insists that he's not going to make the same mistakes again. No, he's making new mistakes, according to Ian.
Sending in a small team to an island where there are wild dinosaurs?
Ian no likey.
No, I don't likey.
So the team so far is Nick Van Owen, a documentarian. I love the way Attenborough says that he's a documentarian.
A documentarian.
Documentarian. So Vince Vaughn got this role in a little bit of a surprising way.
All right.
Vince Vaughn's breakout came in the movie Swingers. Have you seen Swingers?
I haven't.
It's good.
But
It's
I
cool.
love Vince
Yeah,
Vaughn.
it's really good. It's like the most Vince Vaughn in a movie, and he always basically just plays himself.
Yeah.
But it's basically just Vince Vaughn.
Sure.
In that one. So his breakout came in the movie Swingers, which was written and co-starred with his friend Jon Favreau. They wanted to use the theme to Jaws in the movie, and to get permission, they went to Spielberg, because obviously he owns the rights to everything that's Jaws, because why wouldn't he? Who then saw the movie, and apparently was so taken with Vaughn's performance, he cast him in The Lost World without even a screen test.
Nice.
It's like, you hired.
You hired.
Eddie Carr, a field equipment expert, and the paleontologist. And hopefully Ian's the fourth. Hammond didn't reveal the paleontologist
Spoiler.
yet. Spoiler.
Ian's out of the movie. Boom, done. He says no.
It's over.
Yeah.
John wants to stop the people that have taken over InGen. I hate that name because it's too much like the incorrect saying of Native American or Indian. They're all saying InGen.
Oh,
InGen.
sure.
You'd think that would have made would have been caught by somebody and said, sounds like they're saying kind of a racial slur a little bit.
We don't care in the 90s.
True that. They did not care. So, John wants to stop the people who have taken over InGen, Peter, from pillaging the island. It's his last chance of redemption. John, no. Of course, no.
John pulls out his ace in the hole, Sarah Hardy.
Oh, my God.
Ian's girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
And check this out. She's already on the island.
Oh, my God. So Ian basically has no choice whatsoever.
No choice.
Sounds like blackmail to me.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think John Hammond might be not a very good guy.
Probably not. You sent my girlfriend to the island alone?
She was adamant in going to the island first. I practically had to restrain her from going.
Son of a bitch. That's not what he said.
He should. You son of a bitch. But he should have said it like Arnold. You son of a bitch.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
But Dr. Ian Malcolm says this is not a research expedition anymore. It's a rescue mission. And he's leaving right now. John got his man.
He got his man.
Kind of by blackmailing
A
him.
little bit by blackmail. He got him.
So, smash cut. There's lots of smash cuts.
Oh, there's a lot of smash cuts.
There's just whole chunks of story we just don't get to see.
Smash cut 2, The Lost World.
So we're already over to the team getting ready, getting everything ready. So, everything's already ready, basically.
Yeah. We're going without you or not, Ian, but your girlfriend's over there. If you want to come with.
Nick and Eddie are both there, and Ian cannot get that satellite phone to work. That thing is humongous.
Yeah.
It's like the size of a large briefcase.
Yep.
1997, baby. But then the one that Sarah has is like the size of a Nokia cell phone.
Right? Come on.
I don't get it.
Nobody gets
I don't get it. And Ian's daughter, Kelly, is there. Not much of a family resemblance.
Not too much of one. Nope.
The movie makes sure to point that out as well, which, you can probably just not point that out.
Probably don't need to. I mean, but it's the 90s, so we have to point everything out.
So the actress, or I should say actor, that's the more politically correct way of saying it now, the actor playing Kelly, Vanessa Lee Chester, Ian's daughter in the movie. Spielberg met her as a child actor at the premiere of a movie called A Little Princess. I know it's a favorite of yours, right?
Oh, I'm huge into that.
I figured, which Chester was in, and the director, Spielberg, told her that he would cast her in a movie someday. The next year, Spielberg met with Chester about The Lost World. There you go.
Nice.
That's pretty interesting.
So all you got to do is get Spielberg to watch something you're in, and you're golden.
Note to Spielberg, go check out our YouTube channel.
Yeah, check out our YouTube channel. Be watcher number 15.
I dare you.
I dare you.
So all in all, it turns out that Ian is going to ditch his daughter.
Yep.
He's like, see ya.
He's like, later. Go over to blah blah's house. She doesn't even have Sega.
That was
great. How much did Sega pay to be the announcement of a game system in this?
A lot.
Come on.
A lot.
It's Nintendo, people.
Come on. She does make a very good point that she is his daughter all of the time,
Yep.
Good point. He can't just waltz in and out of her life. That one cut Ian to the bone. That is for sure.
The truth hurts.
The truth hurts. People don't like hearing the truth because the truth hurts. Really, Kelly just wants to go with them on the expedition.
Oh, what's the problem?
What about gymnastics? Nope, she got cut.
Yep.
Ian had no idea. Father of the Year material, right?
Yikes.
All the while, Ian is being called downstairs. Dr. Ian Malcolm. As he leaves Kelly, he says, "You want some advice? Don't listen to me." She doesn't.
She does not.
She does not listen. So downstairs, we get introduced to the high hide. Some would maybe call that foreshadowing.
Or biting height, as Ian likes to call it.
It's very funny. Ian's got some very, funny, almost fourth wall breaking lines.
Yeah,
like when
definitely.
the phone doesn't ring. Of course nobody. Why would anybody answer the phone?
Right.
It's pretty good. It's the movie is kind of self-aware in its own ways, which I can appreciate. And Kelly sneaks onto one of the RVs going to Isla Muerta. And just like that, we're approaching the island.
Hey!
Smash cut.
Smash cut. Seriously.
That was very quick. And then we learn about the Lindstrad air rifle and the toxin used to tranquilize the dinos if needed.
It will be needed.
Interestingly enough, though, when Ian and Eddie Carr talk about that air rifle, they're talking about it as if it's like a poisonous dart from a cone snail that will kill you before you even realize you've been hit by it.
Yeah.
But is it because these dinosaurs are so large that they have to have something so potent?
I guess that makes sense.
Like,
it would kill your normal human or rhinoceros, but
then
not a T-Rex.
Yeah, why wouldn't Eddie say something like that?
Yeah.
Then, we need this strong of a concoction, a toxin, to be able to sedate these dinosaurs.
Right.
But they don't mention that. They just talk about how it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Then it does no killing.
No, it does not.
None. They do need it. Multiple occasions.
Yes.
Multiple occasions. They do need it. The ship's captain, after they get pretty close to the island, he just says, "I'm not staying next to this island, you crazy people. I'm not doing it. I'm not even doing it. The island is known as the Five Deaths. I wouldn't want to stay anywhere near that.
I'm out of there.
No. Okay, so now we are on land, traveling into the jungle. We don't get to see any of them approaching land, unloading the equipment, doing a quick check. I mean, this movie is just a hair over 2 hours. It's 2:08 with credits.
Okay, sure.
It's 2:08. So give me an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just show a couple of these things, because those cuts and the scene transitions are very jarring to me throughout the whole movie. It's like, we're over here now. We're over here now.
We're on this brand new island that's, what do they say, 75 miles southwest of the original one or whatever. And yeah, we're just smash cutting throughout the entire island. Give me the intro. I mean,
something.
It's already unrealistic that it's full of dinosaurs and there's nothing on the coast anywhere. None of them are thirsty. Period.
No pterodactyls.
But then you're just gonna
nothing.
plop us right in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah. Show us one shot of the boat beaching itself and a gate going down.
Yeah.
And show us one shot of them, You don't even have to show us unloading anything from the boat. Show us that shot. Show us another shot of them driving on the beach. Then show us this shot where we're driving into the jungle.
Yeah.
Just give me a little bit of continuity.
A little bit.
How did they get there?
Yeah.
Where did they land?
Yeah,
What was
exactly.
it like? Just give me something. Just give me something. Okay, so like I said, we're traveling into the jungle and we are looking for Sarah. They only find her pack. It's her lucky pack with the satellite phone in it. Sarah!
Sarah Harding! How many Sarahs do you think are on this island?
That's a great line. I love that. That made me laugh every time I watched it.
Yeah.
And they find some stegosauruses. So after the first Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg received countless letters, many from kids, asking why there were no stegosauruses included in the first movie. So he made it a point to feature it in this film.
And man, do they look fake.
They look bad.
They look really bad.
I mean,
like, I'm thinking, is that why they weren't in the first one? I don't know. But
well, let's just talk about that right now. The CG animation of the dinosaurs in this movie is worse than a movie from 5 years before. Or 3 years before.
It is. It's really bad.
It's just not as good.
I don't understand how, number one, like, set the precedent.
It did.
And then 4 years later, with the success of that first one, you're like, I don't think people notice if we just throw a little crappy CGI in there.
My only logic is the actors, like the budget to pay the actors had to be a much larger piece of the pie.
It had to have been.
That's the only thing that I can think
It had to have been.
It doesn't look great.
It doesn't look
great.
And, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of Julianne Moore, and she just looks weird out there dodging nothing, essentially. I know she's dodging dinosaurs, but she looks like she's in an empty room.
Yes.
Awkwardly ducking around.
Yes.
Like, it's really bad.
There's many times throughout this movie where actors aren't looking at the dinosaur that is attacking them.
I agree.
They are reacting to it in a weird way. They're moving in a way that makes no sense because you're putting yourself into harm's way instead of leaving where the dinosaurs are. I mean, just the sight lines alone with many of the scenes, especially when it's like a single room shot where there's a dinosaur and an actor, it doesn't look like they're looking at the dinosaur.
Nope.
It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great at all.
Not great.
It seems polar opposite of the first
It
one.
does.
I don't know.
Could you maybe say cash grab?
Cash grab? Maybe.
But it was such a huge hit. I mean,
was.
how were audiences able to look past this stuff?
And when you were a kid, do you remember loving it?
Yes, I remember liking it.
Because I do.
Yeah, I remember liking it a lot.
I don't necessarily remember ever thinking it was better than the first one, but
No.
I thought it was great still. But we'll give our opinions at the end of it.
Yeah, most of the movie-going public, I think, agreed with us, too, at the time. But looking back on these movies, sometimes a little bit of a stinker shows up.
Yep.
Eddie, he finds those stegos very stunning. Yeah, they are stunning.
They
But then
are
the
stunning.
running and the screaming and the flavin'.
Yeah.
Finally, Nick finds Sarah. Basically, she was standing right next to them.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
And she spots Ian. She is surprised to see him. She didn't think in a million years that she was going to see Ian on this island. Yeah, because the last time he went and did something like this, he almost died.
Yeah. No big deal.
No big deal. So Julianne Moore later admitted the only reason that she signed on was because she was trying to pay off her divorce settlement with John Gould Rubin. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. Plus, she had always wanted to work with Steven Spielberg. I'm guessing Steven probably didn't want to work with you again after that.
Probably not after that came out. That whole performance. Yeah, didn't love it.
No.
She should have just not done that.
She's such a good actress, too. Like, it's such a weird, to see
And
her not doing well in this.
See, and I don't know how I feel about it because I'm a little biased because I love Silence of the Lambs so much, and she takes over as
She
Clarice
does.
and Hannibal, and I don't think she does
No.
a good job. So it's like,
that's tough, though.
there's like 2 sequels that I love the first movie
Right.
so much, and she honestly ruins the sequel for me. So, but I have seen her in things I like.
Yes,
as
absolutely.
well. But yeah, those 2 examples.
As
I
long
don't
as
know.
she's not trying to be Clarice Starling
Yep.
or in a Jurassic
or
Park
anywhere
movie.
by dinosaurs.
Get out of there.
Then she's fine. But yeah, Sarah spots a baby stego and runs over there because this movie needs some action.
It does need some action.
As Sarah fondles the baby dino, she can't not touch. When she sees something, she's got to touch. Then her camera about rewinds the film and startles the dinos.
Yeah.
And of course, it causes a stampede.
Yeah.
Obviously. Eddie won't shoot. They're just protecting their baby.
Seems like a weird line to draw. You just traveled on the ocean with this woman. You're here to observe, and looks like she's going to get stampeded to death, trampled to death. I'm not going to do it, man.
I'm not going to do it, man.
I'm not going to do it.
What are you there for? Like, safety is not our concern. We are just researching. This is all part of the research.
That's it.
Sarah escapes to a log, and the Stegosauruses leave.
So the sheer logistics of that Stegosaurus smashing his tail through that log, I don't think his tail bends that way, or her tail or its tail bends that way.
It doesn't.
It does not.
No,
right?
There's no way.
It does not.
And the collateral damage of that tail smacking that empty stump she's
pulverized
in, she's
it.
Still done for.
Yeah.
Like, she's at least legless or something. Like, come on. But so now we're tromping through the jungle. Nick can't smoke.
Oh, man.
Ugh. They're there to observe, not affect the environment.
Mm-hmm, even though they already have.
Even though they already have, big time. And Ian and Sarah bicker.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? Trouble in paradise. And Eddie spots a fire at camp.
Oh, no.
Who started the fire?
We didn't start the fire.
We didn't. It was Kelly.
She was hiding for weeks in that trailer, right?
Yeah.
Didn't shower, didn't eat, didn't anything. She was, honestly, that trip would have taken at least a couple of days.
Yeah,
at
right,
least a couple
right.
of days. Because it's off the coast of Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? And this boat is leaving from San Diego.
Yep.
And so, San Diego's pretty far south. But, you're talking at least 3-4 days.
At least 3-4 days. And what happened in the smash cut from She Doesn't Have Sega till this, where Ian thought his daughter was taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, so you were just there. She wanted to go with you, and you just said, "Don't listen to me."
That was the last.
That was the last thing you said to her. You're like, "She's fine. She's safe.
Fine.
I haven't checked in with anyone, dropped her off anywhere, made any phone calls, but it's fine. She's
totally
okay."
Fine.
Like, he should be not shocked at all that she's in here, but a little shocked that she hasn't bathed in days. But, moving on. Ian is going to make a call on the satellite phone to get Kelly out of there now.
Yeah,
now he cares, but it doesn't work.
It's not a landline. You have to wait for a signal.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eddie.
Ian is going to use the radio instead, and it's time to go. He is pissed at Kelly big time.
He is. He should only be angry at himself for being a bad father.
Only at himself. Like, you didn't make any calls or arrange anything.
Nothing.
You said, "Don't listen to me." Well, she didn't.
She did not.
Perfect. Ian and Sarah continue to fight, and Ian is not only an absentee fowler, but an absentee boyfriend as well.
Yes, he is.
Because, again, he didn't know where the hell his girlfriend was. She's off thousands of miles away, hanging out with dinos, and he has no idea.
Boy.
He is pretty self-absorbed.
He is.
Like, holy cow. He is big time self-absorbed. Sarah tells Ian to leave with Kelly. She's sick of his crap.
Yep. Get out of here.
Get out of here. But she loves him, but she just doesn't need him right now.
AKA, she doesn't want to break up with him in front of his daughter in this trailer on this island because she doesn't know what he's going to do.
Right. Probably not the best. He might run off and get eaten by a dinosaur.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
A bunch of helicopters interrupt Kelly, Ian, and Sarah. And they have InGen markings.
Oh, my God. It's a second team.
Oh, no. With the second team consisting of Peter, Dieter, and Roland.
Roland is a badass.
Yeah, he is.
I love that actor. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I love that guy.
But he's a badass. He tells Peter he's in charge, and Dieter is second in command.
Mm-hmm.
Roland is only there to hunt the male T-Rex.
Oh, my goodness.
And I can't help but think he's going to die.
Right.
And it's just like, there's no way this guy survives.
Right.
When, I'm only here to hunt the T-Rex, so you're here to die, is what you're saying.
Basically.
Awesome. In fact, that is what he's going to take as a payment. For what reasons? That's for Roland to know and you to find out.
Even though we don't really ever find out, it's more of like we kind of do a little bit later, kind of.
It's just like satisfaction.
That's
it's
it,
like a
man.
man thing,
Yeah, it's a
like,
man thing. I can't relate.
I mean, I've wanted to chase T-Rexes, but that's just me.
Not to alienate our hunting listeners, but I've never really understood the whole hunting thing.
I'm not a big hunter.
Never really understood it.
Never done it myself.
No, me neither.
And I don't think I'd jump into it with a T-Rex.
No, probably not.
I'd start a little smaller than that if I was gonna do that.
Maybe.
But hey, we do get some fun car chase-like action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Including a Humvee going off a massive jump.
Yeah, whoever was in that Humvee, their spine is pulverized.
Yeah.
That thing smashes the ground so hard. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it did. And they are hunting dinos immediately.
And they get that Pachycephalosaurus, or a Packy, as we'll call it from now on.
Dude has 9 inches of solid bone on the top of his head.
He would.
And he uses that bone.
He sure does.
Nick gets the whole thing on video with his tiny satellite dish.
Which is funny. This
Sure.
little tiny satellite dish, hook it up to his little camcorder.
Yeah.
Great.
Sure. Okay. Roland is on to the next dino, the one with the big red horn, the Papador.
Yeah.
Dieter gets it.
Go for the legs. Watch the tail.
As for our group, watches on with disgust.
Yes, they do. They're just like lingering and watching as all this stuff is going down for like all day. Nobody spots them. Nothing. They're just watching. They're just watching it all go
chilling.
down.
Later, Roland and Burke, our cowboy hippie guy, finds T-Rex tracks, and that's probably not good.
No.
So you think about the first movie, that's probably not good.
Not good.
And Roland is there to collect his fee. Next, Dieter shocks a compy.
For no good reason.
No good reason.
No good reason.
Why would you think that's smart?
The compy has no reason to fear man.
Well, it does now.
It does now.
Roland stumbles on a T-Rex next, so they steal a baby?
Yeah, I guess. Let's just steal the baby. Just steal it.
That's one way to draw the T-Rex to it.
Yeah.
And that baby is staked out, and Roland is waiting as it cries in the night.
Yes. I got very annoyed with that wailing that dinosaur was doing because it happens so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Like, shut up.
It is actually like a pitched up and kind of distorted like baby camel sound is what they used.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. That's what they got to.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
That was probably pretty close to it.
Over to the Team 2 camp, and while our group watches on, they spot all of the day's catch in cages.
Mm-hmm.
And they are well organized, well equipped, and it's obvious that a plan is to take out the dinos off of the island and back to the good old US of A.
Seems like a bad idea.
That seems like a bad idea. But, however, Nick is Hammond's backup plan.
Yeah.
So, Hammond figured out that our team would be done before Team 2 showed up. Mm-hmm. But that is not the case. Nick has some sabotage to get on with.
I feel like if Nick Van Owen is really Hammond's backup plan in case things go down, that maybe Nick would have more than just a collapsible bolt cutter.
You would think so.
Like a small handgun?
Something.
They all got guns.
Right.
Small handgun? No. I don't know. That's just
motherfuckers with my hands. But down at camp, and Peter is on a telecon as Sarah and Nick free the dinos.
Free dinos.
Hey, it's revealed to us that they are going to bring the zoo to San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. To an already mostly completed yet abandoned Jurassic Park amphitheater. What could go wrong?
It's just interesting that this massive facility that's large enough to house multiple dinosaurs in San Diego is just sitting there unused and basically abandoned.
Unused. All while we've convinced everyone that nothing happened with the first thing. So, they're using taxpayer dollars to improve sports stadiums, but this thing that can hold dinosaurs is there, and no one has any questions.
It's fine.
Jurassic Park.
Man.
Oh, I don't know what that can mean.
Whatever.
Who cares? Move on. But then, dino attack. It's pure chaos in the camp, and Roland is almost crushed by a flaming truck.
Like, what an explosion to send this, 4-ton vehicle flying hundreds of yards away from the camp. Because why would they be, if they're really close to their camp, why are you staking out a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex to draw Tyrannosaurus Rexes to you when you're sleeping in tents?
Probably not the smartest decision.
No, you'd think you'd go really far away.
Way far away.
Way far away.
Nowhere close.
I mean, maybe that truck flew about a quarter mile. I don't know.
Could have been. But, Nick saves the baby T-Rex in the confusion, and Dieter, dressed down by Roland.
Oh, my goodness, Dieter. That's the last time I leave you in charge.
And that pisses Dieter right off.
Son of a bitch.
Over to Nick and Sarah, and they have the baby T-Rex, and they decide to help the little guy out by taking it back to their camp. Yeah. Okay, seems like a bad idea, but it gives us the rest of the movie.
Thank God.
And it gives us the second most exciting sequence of the movie.
I would agree. I would say that this is the second most exciting sequence of the movie.
Definitely. Before we head to camp, though, it's revealed to Roland they aren't alone on the island.
Oh, my God.
Back to Team 1 camp.
Ian is having no luck getting a hold of the boat, and Eddie is testing out the high hide, foreshadowing.
And Sarah and Nick move the baby into the RV, and Ian is pissed.
He's like, what are you doing? I don't understand.
Idiots! And Sarah and Nick do their best to help the little fella out, and Kelly heads to high hide with Eddie and her dad.
She's literally like, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. Later. Leaving Sarah and Nick to deal with the baby T-Rex.
All right.
And things spiral out of control quickly back at the RV science station.
Yep.
It starts with a T-Rex roar.
Very iconic.
Very.
It's the exact same roar you hear throughout the first movie. It's probably the exact same sound bite.
Probably the exact same one.
Which is, totally fine, but that is the precursor to when, some serious action is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. And Ian tries to call the RV. His call goes unanswered. Why would they answer? Ian leaves the high tide. I'm going to be right back. I give you my word. But then she says, you never keep your word.
I also like how he's like, okay, how do I get down from here? He's like, you just got to squeeze this thing on the rope and let yourself down slowly. And he does not let himself down slowly. And he says, I think I would have squeezed a little harder.
Yeah, probably. Sarah and Nick nearly have stabilized the baby's leg when we see something coming through the jungle. The phone continues to ring, and Ian makes it to the trailer as a car flies off the cliff.
Mommy's very angry.
Yeah. There's Mommy looking through the window. So is Daddy. Gulp. Gulp. There's two of them. The T-Rex animatronics were massive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jurassic Park had one Tyrannosaurus Rex, but obviously the sequel needed to take things up a notch. 3 T-Rexes are in the movie. Yeah. 1 infant and 2 adults. The animatronic models for the 2 T-Rexes were massive and expensive, weighing 9 tons each and costing $1 million a piece.
A 9-ton T-Rex animatronic in 2025 would probably be about $45 million.
I would have
something
to assume.
Ridiculous like that.
Definitely. Maybe this is the question mark part of the budget.
Yeah, there you go.
Around $1 million. I don't know.
I mean, it was 73 to 75 million.
So we're talking 2 to 3 T-Rexes.
There it is.
There it is. And as such, the sets were actually built around them as opposed to moving these giant models around.
It makes sense.
That definitely makes sense. This isn't hunting behavior. They want their baby.
They sure do. Sarah tries to give them their kid back. Seems like a good idea.
Probably.
She comes face to face with Mom. I'm assuming it's Mama T-Rex. It could be Daddy T-Rex. You can't really tell, so I'm just taking a guess. Which, even as an actor in that scene, wouldn't you find that animatronic with the setting that you're in while you're while you're shooting this scene, the rain, it's dark, and obviously there's some movie magic going on to make it look the way it did on the screen.
Right.
But I feel like if you're face to face with this giant, ultra realistic T-Rex animatronic, I think it would still make me feel uneasy.
Definitely. It shouldn't be very hard to act up the panic.
You wouldn't think so. You really, really wouldn't think so. So now that they have their baby back, they head back into the jungle, except they don't.
No.
Time to smash up the joint. The T-Rexes are going to push them over the cliff. Those dinosaurs are experiencing revenge. I don't think it's just a matter of hungry or not hungry. No. I think they pretty much proved that point.
It took our baby.
They are headed over the cliff, whether they want to or not.
Some great advice from Nick here. Hang on to something. Sarah falls to the bottom of the trailer onto a window. That is not what he meant.
Nope.
And that window is the only thing that's keeping her to falling from her death.
That is it.
Just that window. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, she fell a good 20 feet onto this window.
Yeah.
She'd be unconscious, A, if the window didn't break.
Yeah.
And B, the window would have broken.
Yeah. I remember the scene being great when I was a kid, but damn, this sucks. Not watching. It's so bad. It's so unrealistic.
It really
I mean, not
is.
that a dinosaur movie is so realistic, but bear with me. It's just insane.
It is.
Okay? This window is holding her up, and it gets worse.
Ian goes to help, and Nick grabs the satellite phone. The phone drops. Thanks, Butterfingers.
Thanks, Dick.
Ian saves Sarah with her lucky pack. Way to go. Eddie to the rescue. What do you need? Some rope. Anything else?
3 double cheeseburgers.
No onions on mine. I mean, I don't think I would be collected enough to make a joke in that situation.
Certainly not.
Certainly not.
There is no way that McDonald's is on my mind right now.
Eddie gets the rope and ties it to a tree. The trailer starts to go further over the edge of the cliff. Eddie's going to hook up his little SUV to the trailers.
That ought to do it.
Man, the disparity in weight alone makes this just impossible.
Impossible.
And completely takes me out of what should be a very exciting one of and this is like halfway through the movie practically.
Yeah.
This is like a main action set piece in the movie.
Definitely.
This is the mini climax halfway through the movie that's supposed to get you through to the end.
Double T-Rexes.
Double T-Rexes. And then all of a sudden you have this, maybe 2,000-pound SUV attaching the 2 RVs that are one's hanging off the cliff, one's 3/4 of the way off the cliff. The wheels aren't even on the top of the cliff anymore, and he's gonna pull it back up
in the mud.
In the mud. I mean, to their credit, they do have that SUV sliding all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's more reason why it would have just gone whoop
exactly.
right over the edge, right over. So, Sarah, Ian, and Nick try to climb up that rope to get out. It does not work.
No, it does not.
They fall and all catch themselves.
All of them.
All of them on wet metal while it's raining. And they just fell 20 feet.
And we're talking the last inch possible.
Yes.
Like the last little speck of metal.
It's the window frame.
Yeah.
They're grabbing onto the window frame.
Where the window had just busted out of.
Yes.
So their hands are all lacerated,
Completely.
obviously, but they
Completely.
have Robin grip strength, so they're good.
Eddie finally gets that SUV hooked up to the trailers and the rope reattached to the stump. So these trailers are 70% over the edge at this point.
Yep.
There's 30% trailer left on top.
Still reversible. I still think he can do it.
So Eddie gets into the SUV and guns it in reverse and somehow manages to pull the trailers back up off the side of the cliff. Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. And Sarah, Ian, and Nick slide down that rope again.
Yeah.
Number 2. So Sarah fell.
Yep.
They all fell.
Yep.
And now they're all falling again.
Yep.
3 falls. 3 falls. Bad news for Eddie. Mom and Dad are back and they are pissed. Eddie does a pretty good job of staying on the gas while dodging those biting dinos.
Yeah, he does.
They completely rip the cab apart and he's still I'll keep my foot on the gas.
Yeah.
I think I may have resorted to ditching that bitch and trying to run away. Sorry, you 3 in the trailer, but I'm in self-preservation mode at this point.
It would have been cool if one of the T-Rexes would have bit him and the vehicle and pulled them up. Huh? That would have been actually believable-ish.
Literally, that would have been more believable than what is actually happening on screen.
Show the idiot, attempt to do it, it doesn't work, and then the T-Rex pulls it up inadvertently.
Man, inadvertently.
That
I
was
like
sweet.
that. I like that. I really do. Well, any way you look at it, it doesn't last all that long, though. So bye-bye, Eddie.
Later,
he gets
Eddie.
chomped. Poor Eddie. He did not deserve to be chomped like
did.
that. He really didn't.
He tried his best.
He did. Over the side of the cliff go the 2 trailers and the SUV, missing Nick, Sarah, and Ian as they hold on to the rope.
Yep. Everything in that trailer misses them.
Everything.
They fall perfectly straight down.
Finally, they're saved by Roland and the rest of Group 2. I want to know, because Ian is already up there.
Yeah.
So is Nick, I'm pretty sure. And Sarah's the last one coming up. And nobody's I don't know. It looked like she was just climbing up a ladder in the movie. It just did not look very good.
It didn't, no.
It just did not look good. So now they're all one group. Yay. It's kind of like Lost. It was the 2 groups, and now they're one group.
Nice.
There's a lot of this movie that I'm oh, yeah, Lost.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, Lost.
I didn't think about that.
It made me think of Lost a lot. Turns out they're all stuck on this island. No more communication equipment.
Dieter and Nick hate each other. Are you looking for a problem?
Nick is also a guerrilla environmentalist. We didn't know this, but now we know that he's willing to go to any extent to save the environment, I guess. And the T-Rexes still may be a threat.
Do they exist still? Yes, they are definitely a threat. So.
And I think their explanation was that because they moved the baby, like their territory expanded. So now they're now we're in their territory still. I don't know. I think they just want to kill you guys because they don't like you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Seems like it. So they gotta move. There's an old station, a communication station on the island that should have some equipment. It's got geothermal power, so even though it's been a bunch of years, they should still be able to power that thing up, in case you were wondering. There is one problem, though. To get there, they're going to have to go through the Velociraptor area of the island. They're basically like, yeah, that's why we're staying to the outside, because the Velociraptors are on the interior, and they will murder you.
They will.
They will murder you. That's what their whole thing is murdering people.
Yeah.
And opening doors.
Except
they had a hard time opening doors in this movie.
Yeah.
They did. So we get a cursory description of what a Velociraptor is. So I want to know who the guy is that went to this movie but didn't see the first one.
Yeah. A psychopath.
A psychopath, because if you saw the first movie, you know what the fuck a Velociraptor is. All of the world knows what a Velociraptor is because of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The reason the Toronto Raptors are the Raptors is because of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what a Velociraptor is at this point in 1997.
Everybody.
So this one guy that didn't know, he's like, oh, I'm so glad that you told me what a Velociraptor is.
I'm the idiot that came to movie number 2 without seeing the first one.
Well, see, the thing is they were a fan of the book that the movie was based on, right?
They
never saw the first.
They didn't read the first book. And they go, sure.
It's interesting, though, because Michael Crichton wrote that book, the sequel to Jurassic Park, the book he also wrote. He wrote that so it could be turned into a movie.
Oh.
He had no plans of writing another Jurassic Park book, but he did.
Nice.
So he wrote the novel, which was turned into the film. Fans wanted the sequel, so that's why he did it, because Crichton was like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but okay, I'll do it. Once the idea for the sequel movie came into play, Crichton decided he would write the sequel to his novel. The Lost World came out as a book in 1995 and loosely inspired the movie. There was an inspiration for the screenplay, but it was not the book, interestingly enough. David Koepp is the credited screenwriter on The Lost World, and he and Spielberg conceived a lot of the movie together. Some things from Crichton's novel are in the film, although it wasn't the movie's primary influence. According to Koepp, Spielberg was way more insistent that he watch the 1925 film The Lost World than he was about him reading Crichton's book. So they're just like, okay, now there's a second book. We're going to do what we want with it anyways. Watch this 1925 movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So with time running out until the next time the T-Rexes are hungry, I guess, even though we've already established that it's not a food-based desire to kill humans. They just want to kill humans.
They pissed. They need to get this meat train moving. Let's move out.
Cue some travel music. This is what really made me have the Lost connection, was when they're all traveling as a group and they have that weird like sing-songy music that's going on and they're marching through the jungle. I'm like, whoa, Lost. Whoa.
Definitely.
And we get lots of shots of them walking through the jungle, and on the way we get a little insight into who Roland is. He's only there for conquest. This is his Everest.
Yeah.
Just like that idiot that climbed the mountain without any oxygen. He didn't do it to die. He did it so he could live. So just like Roland killing a dinosaur, he's dead inside and he needs the fear to feel anything at all. Sounds like he's got some mental problems.
Definitely.
The next morning.
And Sarah's still dripping in baby T-Rex blood.
That is weird.
Yeah.
It didn't dry out because of the rain.
Right.
And she walks past that fern and like coats it with blood.
Yeah.
It's not just a little bit of like bloody rainwater stuff come. It's like straight up
she's soaked.
Viscous T-Rex blood.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was very weird. Nick also at this point has access to Roland's gun. It's weird that he would let Nick sit so close to the gun knowing who Nick is. And they almost like look at each other in this scene like Roland knows what he's doing. Like he's doing it on purpose to test Nick.
Yeah.
Why would he test Nick in this situation? I guess it is out in the open. I mean, spoiler alert, I don't know how he got those bullets out of there.
No.
He got the bullets out of there. He got the bullets out of the casings and then put the casings back into the gun.
Yeah.
I don't know how he managed to do that. He did it.
He did it.
I mean, that's his only opportunity to. That is his only opportunity to have done that. Correct.
Right.
As when they're tramping through the jungle and the gun is near him.
Yeah.
That's the only. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It did not happen. So yes, that was a bit of foreshadowing. And finally, Dieter meets his end. Can you think of any other movie when you see this actor besides The Big Lebowski? Maybe Fargo as well. But The Big Lebowski, the guy playing Dieter, he's the nihilist in The Big Lebowski.
So I've never seen The Big Lebowski.
Oh my God, Trav.
I think of him he's in Walking Dead, I believe.
I may not have seen those seasons then. Is that after they...
I think he's only in it, like, shortly and dies.
Oh man, I don't remember that. It's
but
been a
if
while.
it's not that, he's in Prison Break. I just recently watched that, so that's what I'm, like, attributing him to a lot.
Okay.
And then I feel like he's in Game of Thrones. Is he in that at all?
I mean, maybe in a small role. I don't recall him in Game
Sure.
of Thrones. I have only seen a few episodes of Prison Break, so I don't recall him from
So
that.
yeah, I keep thinking TV shows, but you think Big Lebowski.
I think Big Lebowski, he's a nihilist in the movies. We are nihilists. We believe in nothing. Nihilists. That's all I ever think of is when I see that guy. A dinosaur never forgets, and those compies take that bastard out.
Yeah, they do.
He deserved it.
He did.
Yeah. Not only the death, but being lost in the jungle and all the anxiety that would go with that.
Yeah.
It's weird that no one from the group noticed that Dieter was gone. I realized Carter had his headphones on, but his backpack's right there. He hasn't seen Dieter in a while. I don't understand that. I really don't. And they never heard him scream once.
Yeah.
They weren't all that far away. There's
No.
not like a whole bunch of ambient like highway noise around them or something.
Exactly.
They would have heard him screaming in the jungle. Carter!
Gotta.
Carter! No, they didn't. They didn't. It's weird to me.
I agree.
I mean, he was a high-ranking figure. He was deposed by Roland, but still, dude must have been very hated for nobody to understand or realize he was gone. They
didn't care about Dieter.
They hated Dieter. Anyways, the group moves on and realizes that Dieter is missing after about 15 minutes. So, I mean, not all that long, but still, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, a few loud screams later. Sure.
Whatever. And the group splits up, which is a bad idea.
We lost someone. Let's split up.
Split up. Everybody scatter.
Split up. Everyone don't go with anybody.
Roland goes to search for Dieter, and Peter gets the group moving again. And no one wants to listen to him, though, until Nick finally stands up and says, all right, people, let's get moving. And then everybody stands up.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Peter Ludlow.
Yeah.
He's a douche. That night,
Roland's back, and he found Dieter. Just the parts they don't like.
yeah, that was pretty gross.
Yeah.
Those things like that, talk about death by 1,000 cuts or whatever.
Yeah.
That would have taken a long time. I don't know what the death kill. Maybe one of them went for his neck, burrowed on in there. Hideous.
But brutal.
Hideous. Very brutal. We should have seen that one a little bit more.
Maybe a little more.
There's not a lot of gore in this movie.
There isn't.
There's more.
I feel like they use a lot of things to block
They do.
the biting in this
They
movie.
do. There was more gore in the first one.
Yes.
It was more. The first one was more violent.
Yep.
They show blood in this one, but it's never like... I guess there's one instance of blood spillage, but there's too many times where people are getting chomped by those dinos and there's no blood spilling.
Yeah.
There should have, like, those dinosaurs should have been just, like, covered in blood.
Definitely.
That's what I want out of this movie. Rated R. That's what I want. Rated R. In 1 hour, they're going to make the difficult trip the rest of the way to the communications building, but they get a little T-Rex surprise before they can move on. The familiar thump, thump, thump. There's a couple of things in this movie that, you gotta give a little wink and a nod to the first one.
For sure.
A couple of them there. And the ripples in the water. Ian and Sarah know what's coming. I mean, especially Ian knows what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's lived it. And the tent with Sarah and Kelly is the first target of the T-Rex parents. Maybe someone should have said, hey, Sarah, why don't you ditch that T-Rex blood-soaked shirt?
Maybe swap that with something.
Just throw it on the ground.
yeah,
Just say,
like
see you later.
way far away from the camp, please.
And Kelly, come on, Kelly. Why are you talking? That T-Rex is going to bite your face off.
Your face off.
Hey, what is that thing?
What is that thing?
It's a giant dinosaur.
Yeah. What the hell do you think it is?
And Sarah's taking the time to like hide the s'mores stuff she had in her tent.
Yeah.
The crackle bar and I don't know who uses a crackle to make s'mores, honestly.
For
But
real.
she thinks the dinos are like going to be all up and on that chocolate.
Yeah, they're big into that chocolate.
No, they're into the baby blood that you're hanging inside your tent.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Well, it's pure pandemonium now.
It is.
Roland discovers Nick's sabotage, no bullets.
Oh my God.
And everyone scatters. Carter gets stomped.
Which was brutal. That was one of the more brutal deaths because
Brutal.
it's like
He's like stuck to the foot.
Yeah.
Just
and you know he didn't die after the first stomp.
No.
It was like the second
couple
or
crushed
third.
bones, you know.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yeah. Roland goes for the trank gun and approaches the T-Rex, fires a shot, and it's a hit.
Oh my God.
And I love how this T-Rex is just distracted enough that he takes like zero cover as he's walking. I mean, he does at the very last second, but as he's approaching, you're like, what the hell is he doing? He's going to get spotted. And then all of a sudden, he's just in cover. Like,
So
okay.
do you think that he has the knowledge that the T-Rex vision is very motion-based? Do you think he has that knowledge?
I suppose he probably does.
He
if
probably
this is
does.
his like main mission,
Right.
I would assume he knows everything
Because
he
he
needs
is
to know.
just hiding behind some forest plant.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. And then he steps out into the open.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, sure, whatever. But, you know, it didn't stop it, that one shot.
Didn't stop it,
It
so
didn't stop it.
cliffhanger.
So, yeah, Sarah, Kelly, Nick, and some other guy hide in a cave.
It turns out on subsequent watch-throughs it was Burke, cowboy guy.
Oh, okay.
It was Burke.
Hippie Burke.
Yep.
Sarah Frenches that dino,
She sure does.
and another guy gets chomped.
Yep. See you later, Burke.
See a Burke, and that's the blood that you were alluding
Yep,
to, like the
yep.
blood stream down the waterfall type thing. The death from a chomp sound effect is brutal.
It is. It's one of the better sound effects of the movie. It's very visceral, and
Definitely.
you can visualize the bones snapping as they do it. And it's
Yeah.
like this weird hollow sound instead. It's visceral.
And Ian rushes in.
You think it's a repeat of the dinosaur coming in, but
Yeah,
no.
it's Ian.
It's Ian.
And most of the group escapes into the Velociraptor land, and things don't go so well.
No.
Cool shot of the dinosaurs converging out on the group.
I like that a lot when you see the overhead when
Yeah.
they're in the grass and you see like the 5
yeah,
velociraptors
just
coming in. That's a cool shot.
Done for. But more death, more screaming. Ian, Kelly, Sarah, and Nick come across the carnage.
Ian's advice: run as fast as you can while the velociraptors are busy. So they do.
So they do.
They do.
It works. At the bottom of the hill, Nick goes ahead to the station and is scared by a painting.
He is scared by a painting. He is.
That's kind of funny,
It
though.
is funny.
But he doesn't scream.
No,
It would have
no.
been a little funnier if he did scream. But he gets the power back on, and someone on the radio, rescue us immediately. People getting eaten. And back with Roland, and he bagged his trophy.
He did.
Ian, Kelly, and Sarah make it to the communications building.
It's something, whatever it is.
One problem, they can't find Nick.
Where's Nick?
There's a callback. Ian is calling for Nick and uses his last name.
He does. How many Nicks are on this island, Ian?
Yeah, you
Come on.
dope. Make that 2 problems. Velociraptors. Sarah gets saved by the Lucky Pack yet again.
Yet again. They love that backpack.
Ian distracts the raptors. Sarah and Kelly escape inside.
They do.
And Ian uses the door as a shield.
I
Sure.
liked it. It was okay. I
It was
liked
all
it.
right.
I liked it.
He finally takes refuge in a truck.
Yep.
Sarah and Kelly, though, they're trapped and digging for their lives to escape out the back. And man, can they dig.
They sure can.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you'd be focused as hell.
Yes,
digging
it's
too.
true.
So even if you don't believe in your digging skills, I bet you'd be better than you thought you were
Probably.
in that situation. But without any tools, they make a big enough hole for a person in seconds. So
They do.
what do they try to do? Let's throw Kelly under there first. Whoa! It's also big enough for a raptor.
Hey, kid, get out there. Get out there, kid.
Yeah. Face first. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So they climb in the ceiling of the building. Sure, raptors can jump,
They
but
can.
whatever. I guess
Yeah.
that's better than waiting for them on the ground.
Probably.
So Ian joins them and also climbs up there.
And then Kelly does some gymnastics and kicks that bitch. Hey, you! And then she kicks that dinosaur and kills it.
Oh, hell yeah.
She does.
Second plane gymnastics. That's what it'll do for you.
Yep.
So she kicks the dino right out the window, killing it.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The way you said that was perfect. Unbelievable. Yeah. The school cuts you from the team? Like,
Come
what?
on.
There's no way. But so to the roof, Sarah goes. Ian and Kelly escape out the front, and on the roof, Sarah outsmarts the raptor and causes it to fall onto the second raptor.
Yeah.
Damn right, Sarah.
What is she holding on to, by the way? She is hanging there holding on to like a stucco. I don't know, stucco. It's not stucco. Whatever that clay tile is.
Yeah.
With one arm, supporting herself, like holding herself up like armpit height on this roof with one arm. Man, she is strong.
As we said, with a lacerated hand from the last Robin grip strength moment.
Yes.
But, you know.
Hey, there you go. Maybe she needs to be put on the grip strength.
Oh, she's on the list.
All three of them need to be added to the grip strength list.
They're automatically into the top 5.
Man, call back for our avid listeners out there.
Yep. So she escapes. The cavalry has arrived.
Get to the chopper!
Our main characters escape.
Yes.
It's okay. It's over now. Not quite yet. Don't forget about that T-Rex that Roland got.
Oh my God, they took the baby too.
With Sanjay dead, Roland is out.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Sanjay once because basically he doesn't get mentioned at all in the whole of the movie until the fact that Roland's like, I've spent enough time in the company of death because his best friend Sanjay died.
Yeah.
Like his name gets used once in the whole movie.
Yeah.
We see his face a bunch,
but
that's it. They don't talk about him. He doesn't really have any role besides like carrying another gun, hanging out in the tree with him, with Roland. I mean, I don't know. I guess they were best buds.
Yeah.
Best buds.
But, Ian and the crew see the captured T-Rex.
Oh, my God.
There's still like 20 minutes left in the movie, guys.
Yeah, so, we got to have something going on here.
So we're back in San Diego, and Spielberg added this set piece late. A few weeks before he began shooting, Spielberg decided to add the one thing that really separated his sequel from the original, a dinosaur making it into the mainland. Spielberg had a Tyrannosaurus Rex make it to San Diego because, in his words, it's too fun not to.
Should have done it in the first one then.
Yeah. So originally he thought he would save it for a third movie, but then he started to get the feeling this would be the last Jurassic Park movie he'd direct, which proved true.
Yeah, spoiler alert for next summer because it's going to be the summer of trilogies.
Yeah.
Have you seen the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great, but now I'm wondering, is it much worse than the second one?
It can't be.
Like, honestly, I don't know.
I remember being not that impressed with it as like a teenager when it came out, but that could just be more victim of me being like a moody 17-year-old.
Could have been, yeah.
But still, I'd like to watch that one again for sure.
We'd be watching
we'd be watching it.
It's sequel summers till the rest of the time.
Yep.
But we got a problem. The ship has arrived.
The ship has
and
arrived.
it's coming in fast.
It is
not stopping.
No.
And that is not good. But I love that crash into the dock.
Yeah, I do. I love that. It's a really cool like action piece that's fun to watch.
Definitely some movie magic. It was a model though, right?
I don't know. I've watched that scene a whole bunch of times on my DVD.
Can't tell.
I can't tell. I have to assume it was a model. At most, it would be like only the front quarter of a ship if you're going to actually crash it into something. It could have been done on a soundstage. But the thing that always threw me for a loop, and I even searched to try to see how that shot was done, and I spent 10, 15 minutes trying to figure something out, but I couldn't figure it out. Like the actors that are running away from the ship in the shot where it's really crashing into the dock, it just looks all like it's actually happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that weird disconnect where like the boat looks like a toy boat. You know?
Right.
So I don't know how they did that shot. I'm going with it's a model and it's a composite shot put together in post effects and type of stuff. That's what I'm going with, but I have no real answer for that.
And the crew is all dead, and there is a malfunctioning door on the deck of the ship. Where's the crew? All over the place.
So how did the crew die?
That part I do not understand.
All right, so the prevailing theory is that the T-Rex got loose, then a crew member lured it back into the cargo hold, and then another crew member sealed it back up before bleeding out. And then some dumb bastard opens the doors and unleashes that sexy Rexy.
Yep.
Love that dino roar in the city with the city in the background.
Yep, gotta love it.
So I don't know why I mean, it does kind of. I mean, you're going to tell us right now.
Yeah. So, well, it turns out they woke up the T-Rex on the way back.
It's like because they were afraid that it was breathing poorly. Why would you do that? I mean, is there another way to enter that cargo hold besides opening up the two biggest doors on the deck? There has to be, right?
You would assume.
So I don't understand why you would open those doors. I don't understand any of that. I guess if you're the person that's administering these drugs to wake it back up because they thought it was overly sedated, you're there to do that. You know, that's why you're there, because Peter Ludlow wants to have these dinosaurs to make all these millions of dollars and stuff. I get it, but wouldn't you maybe be like, I don't think I'm going to do this or something?
Yeah, probably.
Because if I do wake this up, I'm standing right next to it.
Yeah, what would I rather have? He be dead because he's too sedated, or see if he's okay, and then if he is, we're all fucked. Option 2, I guess.
Option two.
I don't know why, but sure. Yeah, I just don't. How does he get into all this little spaces?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Why couldn't have there been something else on the ship?
Right.
Like one raptor or...
So that was what the original plot was supposed to be, that raptors were going to sneak onto the ship as well, and that's what was going to kill all the people. But because of technology restraints or even budget restraints, they just cut that from the movie. They didn't even film it. They didn't do anything with it. They just completely cut it from the script.
Alrighty. Well, it turns out they woke up the T-Rex on the way back.
Super stupid.
The baby is at a secret location. Okay.
Yep.
And Ian and Sarah want that baby.
Yes.
So they can draw the T-Rex to them again. Sure, just like Roland. Where's the facility?
We find out that it's just at the amphitheater.
Yeah, it's just like that. The T-Rex is in the neighborhood, terrorizing some family and eating their dog.
So what nice neighborhood like that is right down by the docks?
Right down by the docks in San Diego.
I mean, maybe that's how it is, but I don't think single family large homes are down by the industrial pier.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. But there's a dinosaur in our backyard.
I love that.
It's funny how the parents don't believe the kid at first.
It is very funny.
But the poor doggo.
Poor doggo. Honestly, I'm surprised that made it into the movie.
I'm really surprised.
Stuff usually tests really bad with test audiences.
Like, there's a lot of trolls online, but people literally will not watch movies or boycott movies if you kill dogs.
Right.
And it's the 90s.
I guess.
Nobody cares.
The
90s.
The dog was barking at him. He deserved that.
Yeah, it could have been a bad dog. You don't know. He might have bit people. That stuff usually tests pretty bad with audiences, but somehow it didn't with this one.
It didn't.
The family all died too, though, right?
I would assume so.
I gotta imagine they were next.
I would assume so.
Ian and Sarah arrive at the amphitheater and take that baby.
See you later, baby.
And shoot us if you want to stop us.
I'm pretty sure that would have gotten a couple of bullets in their faces.
Probably. They get shot and killed, and the movie is over. Smash cut.
Smash
credits. But no, they take the baby on a joyride in a convertible in downtown San Diego.
Man.
How will we find the adults? I think this will work. Follow the screams.
So that's what they do.
So that's what they do. The bus takes a beating, and we get a visit at a video store. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
I tried to catch some of the movie posters. It wasn't anything I recognized, but Tsunami Johnny.
I got him in here.
Oh, you got him in here. You got him in here. Nice. Perfect. We get some fake movie displays. Okay, that's why I get it. Arnold and Shakespeare's King Lear.
Yeah.
Robin Williams and Jack and the Beanstalk. And Tom Hanks in Tsunami Sunrise.
Yes. So what year was Castaway?
Castaway, I want to say 98.
98. So after this movie.
Yes.
So the King Lear one looks like the poster from Conan. The Barbarian.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams and Jack and the Beanstalk looks like the poster from Jack.
Yes, it does. Because that's what I thought it was.
Yes, because it's the same font and all that stuff. And then Tsunami Sunrise, I'm like, is this because of Castaway?
Yeah, it could have been. It might have been they knew that was happening already at this point.
I mean, if it came out in 98, the movie was obviously in production in 97.
Yeah.
So somebody like Steven Spielberg probably would know that movie's being made.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it's referencing. I think that's what it's referencing.
And then the bus crashes into it.
It sure does. Next, we get to see a guy get chomped. Spielberg and Kep have cameos in this movie. The director has a blink and you miss it cameo seen in the reflection of the TV screen broadcasting the CNN story at the end of the movie. He's sitting next to Ian Malcolm. It is more likely that you saw Kep's cameo because you couldn't miss it. He plays the guy getting eaten by the T-Rex outside the video store.
Hey.
That's him. That's our screenwriter right there. Finally, Sarah and Ian and Baby get to the action. T-Rex doesn't take long to notice them, so the chase is on. Ian, slow down a little.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. They are headed to the waterfront, so they take a shortcut through a building. Where's the Rex? Is he still behind us?
Yes, it is.
Peter gives the order to shoot it from his car phone. That's very 1997.
Yeah.
He still wants the baby. Ian, Sarah, and the baby, and now Peter board the boat.
And Ian and Sarah chuck that baby in the cargo hold and ditch that bitch.
They sure do. They jump right off the side. And Peter goes after the baby, and that is a mistake.
Yeah, the guy's an idiot.
Like a giant idiot. He's like, hello, baby. What are you, little baby?
Baby.
Papa T-Rex feeds Peter to its baby. Seems very calculated.
And we just have to point out that it's been 2 movies of the T-Rex is 3,000 feet away, and you hear boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. But in this scene, it is the quietest, most stealthy T-Rex in the world. Doesn't make a sound
A single
as
sound.
It's trouncing down into the bottom of the ship. Not a peep.
Peter didn't notice. That's
didn't
a
notice.
very good point, Trav. That is ridiculous.
Like, I kept watching, cranking up the volume. I mean, it's maybe one of his steps makes the tiniest bit of noise, but Peter don't care.
Oh, Papa T-Rex was probably like, all right, tippy toes, tippy toes.
Yeah.
It's a very fitting end for Peter. He definitely deserved that. There ain't no doubt about that.
No.
Sarah reboards the boat and goes for the kill shot. Yeah. Well, it's the trank shot at least.
Yeah.
And the dinos are trapped back in the cargo hold. Ian is in love.
Yeah. Now this time, don't check if it's asleep enough. Just leave it.
It'd be really funny if Sarah's like, okay, we got to go check on
Let's
it now.
check and make sure it's okay. I don't want it to get hurt.
Oh, my God. The next day, T-Rex and Baby are headed back to the island already because that boat was completely fine after crashing into that pier at maximum velocity.
It sure was, and I'm sure you could easily convince people to hop back on there with a new crew as the last one was brutally murdered by the T-Rex. And say, can you take this possibly asleep enough T-Rex back to the island, please?
Aye, aye, Captain. Finally, in an interview with John Hammond, and he still stands by preservation of the dinosaurs. Seems dumb.
Yeah. It does.
I get it's kind of like an allegory for modern animals and stuff.
Yeah.
I get it, but it still seems like nuking that island might be a good choice.
That'd be my first inclining, for sure. That's just me personally. And I love animals.
Yeah.
But,
I don't want to live with dinosaurs.
No, I don't.
I don't.
I really don't.
Nope. End on a shot of a pterodactyl and roll credits.
Foreshadowing.
They did the same thing at the end of the first one.
Yes.
And we had to wait all the way to the end of the second one for more pterodactyl action.
But we get it in number 3.
We do get it in number 3. It must just be too damn expensive to animate those dang dinos in the sky.
Must be.
Must be. All right, Trav. With that out of the way, did you like it?
I did like it.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch a movie enough, you find things to like, for sure. But, I mean, it's still dinosaurs. It's still 90s. There's still some great stuff happening in this movie. But, like I said, just Julianne Moore ruins a lot of it for me and the bad CGI. So you mix those two in and it pales in comparison to the first one.
It does.
The first one is such a good movie that I could watch it weekly for the rest of my life.
Right.
But this one is like, let's get this over with and maybe move on to the third one. See if that one's as bad. I don't know.
So I feel very similar to you in the fact that, yes, I like this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing that I had a problem with was how jarring the cuts between what is happening in the movie.
I agree. I didn't think of that, but you pointing that out is like, okay, we just go right from the thick of something right into the thick of something else. There's no lead up to anything. Like,
I get you're trying to probably, as a director, understanding that the story is kind of weak.
Yeah.
You want to keep the action going, keep the pace up through the whole movie.
Right.
That's one thing that Spielberg does in this movie is the pace is near like foot on the floor throughout the whole thing. Yeah, there is some little bit of downtime here and there, but for the most part, it's just, forging right ahead.
Yep.
We're getting out there. We want to see dinosaurs eating people.
Yep.
We want to see people screaming. We want high stakes, death-defying action on the sides of cliffs and stuff like that. I get all that, but the cuts, man.
The cuts.
Maybe the modern age of television has spoiled us so much that we get so much more story out of our stories now, because instead of it being a 2-hour movie, we watch a 20-episode TV series now instead.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my tastes have changed, and it's not something that I would have noticed as a 13-year-old in 1997.
Yeah.
But all in all, the movie is fun. I enjoyed watching it. Do I have the need to watch it as much as I want to watch Jurassic Park? No. There was many times where I was watching this movie where I'm like, I would really like to watch the first one.
Yeah, seriously. I thought that so many times.
The first one's really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I really wish I was watching that one instead of this one. It is one of the movies that I kind of watched the least in our preparation for homework.
Yeah.
I watched it 3 times.
Sure.
Other times I watch movies 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I watched it 3 times. Once before, once in the notes, and once after.
Yeah.
That's the bare minimum that I like to do for these movies, and I think that's all this movie deserved, was my bare minimum effort towards
I agree. What's crazy, though, is 684 million says otherwise.
It really does.
Like, apparently we didn't care about the story back then. We just wanted to see dinos killing shit.
Right, and that's, right on the verge of the internet era.
Yep.
Hollywood was about as big as it's been in the last 30 years at the end of the 90s. It wasn't much bigger than those giant blockbusters that were coming out through the 90s into the early 2000s. So we took these... TV was nothing like it is now.
Yeah.
So this was like cutting edge, gigantic set pieces, unbelievable CGI for the time, even though it doesn't hold up to even the first Jurassic Park.
Right.
I mean... I get why people went and saw it, and I also understand why critics didn't really like it.
Agreed.
Because it kind of is not that great.
Yeah.
But I still like it. I still want to watch this movie. It still has its piece. It still has its place within the Jurassic Park world. If you watch the first one, you're going to want to watch the second one. If you've watched the second one, you're going to want to watch the third one.
Yep.
And then so on and so forth into our modern Jurassic Park movies that we have coming out. Even today, if you would have told me in 1997 that there was going to be a new Jurassic Park movie in 2025, I would have said, yeah, bullshitting me.
Yeah. A third start of a trilogy.
Right.
We're talking on movie number 7.
Movie number 7.
Definitely wouldn't have believed it. But I am excited to watch the third one and see if it's better than we remember, possibly, or just as bad as we think it probably is. But it's not for sure next summer, but one of these sequel summers we will be getting.
Yes, absolutely, Trav. All right, with that out of the way, Trav, should we move on over to that homework assignment?
We probably should.
All right, let's do it. So, the summer of DBZ continues, you damn sons of bitches.
It concludes for you people that hate it. This is the last one of the summer.
So, we're doing Season 2, episodes 52 through 54, and the movie Tree of Might, which played between episodes 54 and 55, because next summer, we'll be kicking off the summer of DBZ with Season 2, episode 55.
Yeah.
So... that's going to be the perfect end of our summer this year, and it'll be the perfect beginning of the summer next year.
And I think we both truly love these non-canon side movies.
Definitely.
They're just damn good.
They're
the
just
animation
damn good.
is just up a notch.
I guess not a complete side. Have you watched Daima?
I have not.
I have not either. I want to watch it. I've seen some. It's on Netflix, so I want to see.
The whole thing is on Netflix.
Yes,
now?
it's subbed only. It's not dubbed. It's subbed only. So if you're not into reading it, then whatever.
I don't know if I can get over that.
It's Goku's voice acting. I know he's a child, even though his voice didn't change, and I know his voice actor actually has died.
Yep.
His Japanese voice actor. But I just can't stand his voice.
I know. It's rough for me. And I know it's not. They're kids for a lot of Daima, so it's not going to be a lot of the original people. But I still
can't do it.
I gotta do the dub. Gotta do the dub.
All right, DBZ Season 2, episodes 52 through 54. Episode 52 is The Past and Future. Episode 53 is Zarbon's Surprise. And episode 54 is Guru's Gift. And, of course, our movie, The Tree of Might, is starring Sean Schemmel as Goku, Stephanie Nadloy as Gohan, Christopher Sabat as Icarus, Sonny Strait as Krillin, Christopher Sabat as Yamcha, John Bergermeyer as Tien, Monica Antonelli as Chaozu, and Christopher Sabat as Piccolo. And don't forget Chris Patton as the Turtles, and Jeff Johnson is also a turtle, and so is Mark Lancaster, and so is Robert McCullen, right? These all turtles?
I guess.
I don't remember there being these turtles. I don't know if I've actually seen this. This might be complete homework for me. J. Paul Slavins.
I know why you're saying it's... So it's not turtles. It's something like that.
Okay.
Is like what they're called.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
that makes more sense.
Turles is the main bad guy. Turles.
All right. That makes more sense in my brain. All right. Shenron is also by Christopher Sabat. What doesn't this guy do?
Dude, he's amazing.
He is amazing.
And I've said before in a podcast that I've met him in real life, but his regular speaking voice sounds the most like Yamcha.
Interesting.
Of any of the voices that he does.
Doesn't he do Solid Snake as well?
I don't know.
I think he does Solid Snake as well. I might be wrong on that. Do not quote me on that, people. Write in, Man Bear Pig. I know you know Man Bear Pig. Cynthia Kranz as Chi-Chi, and Tiffany Vollmer as Bulma, and Brad Jackson as Oolong, and Monica Antonelli as Poir, thank you, and Mike McFarland as Master Roshi, and Sean Schemmel as King Kai. King Kai is secretly like one of my favorite characters in all of
King Kai.
Oh man, I love King Kai.
He's great from beginning to end.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. I love his planet. Love Bubbles. Love Gregory.
Yeah,
love everything. Love that he owns a car.
It's just amazing. It is amazing. All right, Trav, with all of that out of the way, why don't you hit me with that outro?
Let's do it. We actually have another email, and I want to say sorry to Riley because he sent these in a while ago, from what I saw. I'm sure he doesn't care.
Closed circuit to Riley out there. Our email wasn't syncing correctly.
Yeah, so I thought we had none, and I complained, but luckily you had our back, and you sent us a bunch. So we saved one for this one. It's the last one that he sent us. It says, Guten Tag, gentlemen. It's me again, often thinking, sometimes emailing. 'Twas driving around town last night and passed by my local barcade, bar with attached arcade, and read an article this morning talking about Chuck E. Cheese is bringing out an adult establishment called Chuck's Arcade. And it got me wondering, are arcades and cabinet gaming for adults only nowadays? Would kids even be interested in meeting at local spot to play classic 8-bit, 16-bit, or even 16-bit games with friends as a pastime? Do kids even know how to game anymore outside of Fortnite and Call of Duty? Have we advanced so far as a society that gone are the days of yesteryear that it's no longer a rite of passage that you take a single quarter with a couple of friends and see if you can even come close to conquering Donkey Kong, making it to the sewer surfing level, or if you can reach the heights of the tower to battle Shao Kahn as a final boss. Curious on your thoughts, and as always, keep on crushing it.
Unfortunately, I think unless you're a 40-something, that is the target audience for cabinet gaming and pinball. I know pinball's made a bit of a resurgence with those Gen Zers, but for the most part, they all play games on their phones.
Yeah.
That is the primary way that a lot of these Gen Zers play games, is on their phones. They don't even want to sit down in front of a TV on a console.
Nope.
And I mean, there are some games, and I mean, obviously console gaming is going nowhere. PC gaming is going nowhere.
Yeah.
But the younger sect, they play games on their tablets. They play games on their phones. The idea of having to stand in front of an arcade cabinet and pump quarters into it, I think is like off-putting to a lot of them.
Yeah,
honestly.
definitely.
I mean, obviously, get off my porch. I'm shaking my hand at a cloud, but still,
It seems crazy because it's still like so exciting for us to go to an arcade, to think that kids don't want to do that now. But I really do think that is the point that it's at. Like, it's kids like more of a WoW Zone, Dave and Buster's, like ticket games not as much as the old school arcade games like we did. But damn, he's got me thinking about missing the old arcades for sure.
Yeah, ticket games, man.
I gotta admit, Riley, I never went in with one quarter.
No.
I was not ballsy enough to do that, nor was I good at any one particular game to stay long enough with one quarter.
No.
But yeah, definitely. I think of like Tekken and Mortal Kombat 2. I think it was like Tekken 2 and Mortal Kombat 2 or 3. Yeah, those are the fighting games that I was always pumping in quarters and trying to beat. But Turtles, obviously. Like you said. But again, more than one quarter.
Always.
Putting enough quarters to try to beat that bitch.
Always.
For sure.
Have you been to the barcade downtown?
I have not.
It's primarily pinball machines.
Okay.
And some of them are $1 to play, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was a pretty cool place. I went there for my sister's birthday a couple of weeks ago. So
Sweet.
It's a cool place. I hope it sticks around. It's primarily pinball, but there's an old Outrun cabinet there. It's a stand-up one. It's not the sit-down one.
Sure.
And the screen is so fried on it, it's like hard to play, which is unfortunate because I love playing Outrun, and that game is just I love that game, and the screen is just so fried that I'm like, this is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Those really old arcade games, stand-up arcade games that they have there are only a quarter, though.
Nice.
They have a couple of very modern pinball machines, which are very cool, but they're $1.
Sure.
There's an Elton John one that is very, very badass. Like, I put like $5 into that thing. It was a very fun pinball to play.
We need to go back to, what is it in Minneapolis that we went to? Uptown.
Except for the non-working joysticks on some of the
games,
yeah. Which is
hopefully it's been long enough that they've fixed some of that shit since we've been there last. But
hopefully.
Thank you, Riley, for emailing us.
Yes.
You've been bailing us out for episodes now, and we appreciate it.
Yes, keep them coming.
You know what? Yeah, keep emailing us because no one else will. But if you want to, you can email us at podcast@overduehomework.com. Questions, suggestions, which we have a shit ton at this point, honestly.
Yep.
So if you want to suggest something, sure.
Do it.
That's great. I'm down.
Yep.
But I definitely appreciate just some questions for us to read on here. And make sure, if you're not already, following us on Instagram and Facebook at Overdue Homework Podcast. Follow the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Leave a like and subscribe on that bitch. And, yeah. Make sure you tune into the next exciting episode of the Overdue Homework Podcast.